So, as my hat suggests, the Ravens, the great Ravens, played this week against the Las Vegas Raiders, man. How do we all feel after the game?
Man, the only good thing to come out of that game is Devonta Adams got me some points from that team.
Same.
Zay Flowers got me some points, I won't lie. As much as he was abandoned in the second half.
Oh, God, dude. It's just like painful. Like, what are we doing right now?
I don't know.
Yeah. I liked a couple of things, actually. Obviously our O-line is garbage. I knew we were gonna have a problem against Max Crosby.
Dude, before the game even started, like a day before, I'm like in a few like football groups and I was putting up like prayer circles going like, I hope Max Crosby sits for a tummy ache or something.
Yeah.
I knew that dude was gonna be an absolute bully. He was last time we faced him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the NFL knows. But you know what though? Last week was like an opposite week. Like I feel like all the favors went down and all the underdogs like kind of won. Like it was like a weird week like that.
Yeah, I mean, who's at the top of our division right now?
It's very Justin Fields.
Fucking Steelers. I never thought I'd see the day where Lamar and Burrow are fighting for basement right now. That's insane.
That's pitiful. It's dumb.
But they got Derrick Henry going. Our offensive line is just straight garbage.
It is garbage. It is garbage. It's a shame we lost some key members, man.
And I know that hurts our case to get Devontae Adams later.
Yeah. The question is like, is the problem communication? Like, what's like? I don't understand where the breakdown is.
Dude, all I know is people are losing their minds and they're blaming Monken. There's people I've been seeing on my feed, in my football feed, people are giving Greg Roman apologio right now.
I mean, the thing is, too, is for some reason, Gardner Minshew has our number. He takes crappy teams and beats us. He did it last year with the Colts. You know what I mean? A team.
Dude, how's he's hanging around, dude? It's wild.
I mean,
he's Gardner Minshew.
He's Uncle Rico, man. You got to keep him around.
The mullet.
It's the mullet.
I'll tell you what, though. Speaking of like kind of mullet-esque white trash, man, Baker Mayfield's like
he's that guy.
Stating his case. He's just like, this is it.
He struck gold with Tampa Bay.
But Tampa Bay, come on, bro. Like I was like, God,
I know
he might be the real deal.
And you know what's so crazy is when Tampa Bay signed him, it was just like, we're desperate. He's the only guy left on the market. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
And how they rallied around his ass. They're like, this is our boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like they had like weapons. They had Godwin and Evans there.
Yeah.
They've had
they've always had good weapons.
I mean, you got like the remnants of like, with Tom Brady left behind,
And he picked them up and just
man, it's wild.
It is crazy. I mean, and we're still losing people. We just lost Snoop again.
To where?
The Dolphins picked him up from our practice squad.
I was about to talk about the Dolphins because Tua, dude, that guy just needs to retire, bro.
How old is he? Like 26?
It's not good when you're getting concussions like from non-serious hits.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of done, dude.
He is kind of like
susceptible.
He's kind of like he's reminding me of Andrew Luck here,
and he keeps getting killed on national television, like the biggest, like on big screens. Like he's just getting.
It did not look good, man.
It didn't. No, he didn't.
I saw some people posting like, "Fuck it, just let him play without his helmet."
Russell Wilson. They would make a call for Russell Wilson.
Yeah, they probably will. I mean, it seems like Fields is finding his groove with the Steelers. I don't know how long it's going to last.
I told you Russell Wilson was not going to play. Dude.
I said week 2.
I gave him week 4.
I didn't
think I said week 1. I said the second quarter or something. I didn't realize they weren't even. I just love that whole thing. They're like, wow, what a Russell Wilson thing to do, to be inactive and still dressed for the game. Like
he's Mr. Unlimited.
Can't technically play. Like, it makes no sense. But like the Dolphins, man, like Tua, like take that guaranteed money that they're just flushed down the toilet and just retire, bro. Like you just gotta retire.
Investing in real estate.
Yeah. And then it's like 160 something million guaranteed.
Right.
Dude, Tom
Brady.
If he does, man, imagine if their QB1 turns out to be Tyler Huntley at some point.
And you know,
My
but you know what is
God.
crazy?
Him throwing the Tyreek Hill, baby.
You know what's so crazy? It's like he's the one person in the league where you're like, all right, you have to wear the Guardian cap. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's the one.
I don't think
guy.
it'll matter though. Like,
I
his
mean, what do
brain's
you got to
scrambled,
lose
man.
at this
He's
point?
fried.
Just put it on him.
Like, I think just for his own health, he's got to retire.
Mhm.
I was talking to somebody today at work, and they were like, "Bro, like, they're like, I dropped Tua immediately," and they were like, they're like, even if he is okay, I don't know if I could ethically play that guy and take points from him. I was like, God,
Oh my
damn,
God, that's
like,
an indictment right there.
like he needs to hang it up, man.
When
Hang the
choosing
base.
him in fantasy feels like exploitation.
It's like, what are we doing here, guys?
Man, dude.
But Lamar looked good in the game. They got Derrick Henry going.
He looked fine. His interception wasn't really his fault.
No, Derrick Henry looked good.
Derrick Henry did look good. He found his groove. Yeah,
I think the pieces are there, man. They just got to put them together. If they can fix the O-line, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But like the question is like, what's the problem? Is it the scheme? Is it the players? Is it the communication?
I think it's honestly, I think it's just the nature of the game. Because I mean, when I was watching the game, I was like, our defense was just, you know what I mean? They were good. Like right off the rip, like
they were good, but man, that defensive pass interference, bro, just gave them the touchdown.
Yeah,
pissed me off.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I don't know. It's just like small. It's like, yeah, it's first 2 weeks. All right. I mean, they got to get a win, man. Because if
we did a lot better than last week, though.
Yeah, that's true. It's like they fixed one thing though, and they were just like, all right, we still got this glaring issue that we don't know how to fix.
Dude, I just don't want another, like last year and the year before that, we had a problem with blowing leads, and I just don't want to see that again, man. It's the worst feeling when you're like up by 10 in the fourth, and next thing you know, you lose.
I was hoping for some like late fourth quarter magic though. I was like, all right, you know what? Here we go.
I was too. Dude, when they got that sack on Minshew, and I was like, oh my God, okay. 3rd and 17, we got this. And then DPI. I would have said, I would have been like on the bench right now.
I mean, at one point, like right at the end, I was like, you know what? Just give it to Justin Tucker, man. Just set a record. Like, I don't care.
Dude, people are mad at Justin Tucker right now.
Yeah, he's losing his edge.
I mean, he's been in for how long, man? You can only be at the top of your game for so long.
We've had him since 2012, since the Super Bowl.
That's a long time.
I mean, 12 years to be the best kicker in the league, the best kicker of all time. Like, it's got you got to deteriorate at some point. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not as
he's struggling with 50 plus right now. So I mean, I realize it's the hard when you're it's really hard to do, but man, he's not doing it anymore.
No, he's not. He's not.
Do you? All right, here's the question: do you protect the legacy and just don't even put him out there? Or do you just completely just shred it to bits and you're like, hey, dude, you're still our kicker. You got to play.
I would say I'll give him to week 6 before I say, hey, man, protect the legacy. You know, it could be he's just starting off rusty.
Nah, dude. He's got
We kind of saw it at the end of last year, though. Last year, we started to see the decline a little bit.
You are true. Yeah. I mean, he did break a record. What was it? It was
like
21, 22?
That Lions game?
Yeah.
God, that was the best thing.
It was
such a Lions moment.
It was a Lions moment, but we shouldn't have even been in that position where we needed Tucker to bail us out by breaking a record.
I mean, it hit the crossbar and everything, too.
Yeah.
That was wild. That was such a great kick, though.
It was like number 2 just behind the kick 6, man, for me.
God. I have like vivid memories of that kick. Freaking out.
Yep.
Freaking out.
Yeah, I turned off the game. I was just like, it's over. Next thing I know, someone's like, dude, we won. What? How?
Nah, we were at Jessica's house, Jordan.
No, yeah, that's where I was talking about the kick 6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Detroit game. I remember watching that game. Was so frustrating. I couldn't stand it. The Lions lost this week too, which I'm surprised that I had them taking the NFC North.
Who plays tonight?
It's Philly versus I had it because I have a guy. I have the Philadelphia kicker, in my fantasy, which I'm doing just as bad as the Ravens in. It's really sad.
I mean, Justin Tucker got me 12 points, so.
No, they're facing Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta, yeah, because I got Bijan, I got Robinson.
But the 49ers also lost.
Yeah, they lost to the Vikings, dude. I was watching that yesterday.
Yeah, Dallas lost to New Orleans. Like,
dude, Purdy's my fantasy QB too, and he's like pissing me off. Like, dude, I need some more touchdowns. And then he finally got a touchdown, and then interception. I was like, oh, well, that's gone.
It was one of those weird weeks.
Like, God, I got so lucky. Holy shit, dude!
It has been a weird week. My favorite is Burrow's fumble touchdown.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, dude, it's nice to see. It's like, as much as it hurts to see the Ravens flounder like this, seeing it with the Bengals too, even it makes it sting just a little less.
It's the first 2 weeks though, man. I feel like like it's gonna get weird. I think it's gonna be a fun season though. I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah. We always start out. I feel like we start out pretty slow. We always go like 2-3, 2-4.
But at least I feel like we're at least better than the Bengals because, like, again, if you watched the Chiefs game yesterday, the Chiefs were trying to hand it to them and they just could not capitalize.
I say, yeah, the Chiefs don't look that great right now, but they're also, I mean, still
they didn't look that great last year. And what happened?
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, we'll know by week 5.
I already have it in that the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl. Let's be real here.
No, because Taylor Swift is supposed to break up with Travis Kelce in 3 days.
Why 3 days?
I don't know. That's what was leaked.
That was leaked.
Didn't somebody leak that there's like a whole like apology plan? Like they each side has like a plan if they break up, like like a PR plan.
Yeah, they probably do. They probably do have like written statements on the ready.
Oh, hold on, I'm not making this up. They said like there was a thing going around saying they have a planned breakup on like September 18th or 19th.
I don't believe that at all.
I mean, nobody does, but I mean, like, it went viral.
It also went viral that she was banned from the Chiefs stadium and that she showed up yesterday.
Why would she be banned? That's their moneymaker.
Because people just lie on the internet constantly.
The right wing is pissed off at her for endorsing Kamala.
Yeah, they are pretty upset about it.
I've never seen people get so mad at somebody just voicing an opinion.
I still can't get over
like, they're just like, fuck you. I hate you. It's like,
dude, he like fucking Trump tweeted out in all caps, I hate Taylor Swift. Yeah. Like, why do that?
Like where it's just like everybody's like, she's nothing, she's a piece of shit, she sucks.
That's so messed up.
And it's like, she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire.
Dude, I hate it because if she endorsed like, you know, Trump, they would be like, wow, she's so smart, so pretty, so like, gorgeous.
Well, for a little bit, they were like, I think she's a secret Trump supporter and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, who are you going to take? Her or Brittany Mahomes? Because I think she said something like okay about Trump.
Yeah, Brittany like co-signed something.
About? You think I'm taking this crazy bitch?
I know. I'm just like, I thought she was like the most unpopular person in the NFL for a while. Like, what changed?
It's wild. I'm just sitting there reading. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
I want to see Jackson Mahomes endorse Trump because I want to see that rehabilitation. That would be a good one.
Well, I mean, like, hold on though.
Gen Zers are all on the Trump train.
In her defense, though, I mean, Trump took a L on that last debate. Like me and Jordan, we were talking about it. We were talking about it on the debate, right?
Like, we talked about it.
We're like, man, he took a L.
Yeah, I love how they're trying to spin it. I watched some of it. I'm like, man, I was like, they got his number right now. Like, he's so predictable now.
Yeah.
They're just like, let's just get under his skin. Just say something that's gonna derail it. And like, they know exactly what to say.
Yeah.
Like when she made the quip about his like rallies, he was short circuited. He's like, oh, nobody believes about rallies. You don't even got rallies. And it was just like, oh my God, dude. Like they're reading you like a book right now.
I know.
They're trying to make you go off script. They like, you know.
I don't know, but that banger in the beginning, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. That was a banger.
And I mean, let me tell you what, right-wing Twitter is all behind it. They're just like, how do you not think this is important? You know
what? I never really okay, so like at my job, there's this guy, and I mean, like, I knew he was like a Trump supporter, but then like a customer came in wearing a MAGA hat, and I was like, man, how do you feel about Trump in the debate yesterday? Because he took that L, and he was just a straight. I couldn't. He was straight brainwashed all the way through and through it. And he was like, dude, the reason why they did that at CNN is because Kamala Harris is best friends with the so and so. And I was like, bro,
yeah, ABC.
I was like, bro, are you that delusional? Like,
dude, they're looking for any reason why he lost. But the thing is, like, at first, like, oh, he totally won this debate, and then they like come up with all these crazy. I'm like, you're just showing that he lost, and now you're trying to find excuses.
Yeah,
right.
Like, that's all it is. It's just an excuse. Like, dude, he had a bad debate. Just move on.
There's like someone tried to argue with me because Trump didn't want to do a second debate, which, I mean, who can blame him? And they're just like, when a champion beats another boxer, they never ask for a rematch. And I was just like, then why do you ask for a rematch with Biden?
Yeah.
Are you saying he lost?
Here's the one thing that I noticed about Kamala, because that's like the first time we
got a really like good look at her. Yeah.
And like the reason why I wanted to see her in a podcast was just like what I saw in the debate that she did really well. Like, like the little things made big things, like her going over there, shaking his hand, her tonality when she would talk to Trump one way, and then she would turn and talk to the people in a softer tone or voice, stuff like that. It's like the subconscious thing. Like, and then like, just her body language, like it was just more like acceptable for people. Whereas Trump is kind of stern and he speaks in one tone. It doesn't matter to who, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's repelling. So I was like, man, like cause she nailed like.
Oh, dude, it was all about image, right? It's like the
that's
thing.
What it was.
Well, that's what debate generally is.
Yeah, but like the really famous one is JFK versus Richard Nixon, right? You had JFK up there looking just suave and dapper.
Nixon was like sweating
and gross. Like doing that stuff.
I think that was like the first televised debate
too.
Yeah. So that's why.
Like, oh my God.
And this is the guy we're gonna vote for?
I mean, here's the thing, like nothing. I mean, Trump, here's what Trump should do. He should lean into the fact, like, I kicked Biden's ass so much he had to drop out of the race.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally, that debate is historic. It literally made Biden have to drop out of the race.
Oh my God, it's so wild.
It's the craziest thing.
So wild, dude. I didn't think, I wanted him to drop out, but I didn't think he was actually gonna freaking do it, dude. It's insane.
Dude,
2 minutes to midnight.
Everybody was saying, dude, everybody was like, he needs to drop out. It didn't matter. Everybody was like,
dude, as soon as I heard, like, as soon as it came out, like, Pelosi wanted him to drop, I was like, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
It's done.
It's over.
I was like, the cabal is lined up, dude.
The deep state has moved on.
They are at Bohemian Grove right now. Cursing this man.
They're like, he's not the one.
He's not the one, bro.
They're calling up Moloch. They're like, who do we pick? Kamala comes from the ashes.
Doing their rituals, and then on the other line, they have Xi Jinping going like, who do you want, comrade?
Yeah.
If you watch the debate from like Trump and Biden, and then from the debate 4 years ago with Biden, it was night and day.
Yeah, dude, you should see the vice president debates against him and like Paul Ryan.
Yeah,
insane, dude. Like Biden used to be pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah, he was on.
What are you talking about? He's had a stutter. He's been suffering for his whole life.
He does have a stutter, but it used to not be as pronounced.
No,
he did have a stutter,
but he was, but remember, he was also.
He said dumb shit. That's what he said. That's what. Oh no, he's got a stutter. No, he said dumb shit. And now he's just old, bro.
That's the thing. He is old. He's undeniably old.
He just aged poorly. Like, get over it. That's what happens when you're president at 80 fucking years old. What do you expect?
And you got to deal with all that stress.
I mean, look at Obama. The man went in, like dapper as hell, and came out just kind of a shadow of himself.
He's like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna live my life.
He's living his life.
Yeah.
He's living his life at Martha Vineyard and shit, dude. He's living the good life.
Oh, I mean, he's
I would take that life, no issue whatsoever.
You know what? Though he's stepping into his role as the puppet master right now.
Yeah,
like he really is. He's pulling the string.
Look, to be fair, before he was puppet master, the Clintons were, and I kind of prefer the Obamas.
I think the Clintons are still low key.
Obama's really Obama's the puppet master now.
Hillary's name again. You know that came from her aides. They were like, "Hey, I think old Hill's ready to run."
Old Hill dog.
Yeah, she's got one last fight in her.
I'm surprised she didn't run again.
I don't think she can walk.
No, there's no way. Like, I think
she's old as fuck too. Like they're all old, man.
They're all
like
old.
In their 70s and 80s.
I feel like if it wasn't Kamala, the person they would have pushed the most would probably Gavin Newsom.
Yeah.
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 Because they just like his image, but his policies are what the fuck.
I mean, California is a dumpster fire right now.
Yeah.
They just like the way he looks.
I mean, there's literally videos of people just taking shits in the middle of the street in San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
The homeless population in the West Coast has gotten very out of control.
Cool. I mean,
because everyone's over there.
Do it in California.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the weather's phenomenal.
It's not just California. They're all up in Oregon and Washington, man. They have lax laws when it comes to homelessness up there.
That's because of the meth too. Like it's pretty nice.
It's in Seattle, right? Their all their drugs are legal there, right?
You're thinking of Oregon, and they rescinded that a few months ago.
They banned it?
Well, no, they just repealed it.
Yeah, because it was causing some major shit.
It was causing major shit. To be honest, like they did this whole they decriminalized drugs. It was an experience trying to do the Portugal thing, which was a success in Europe. There was either you get $100 fine if you're caught using drugs, and you can get that expunged. Like you don't have to pay the fine if you go through this hotline and do the steps for recovery. Problem is people didn't do that. And when they tried, there wasn't enough people working the phones. They set up this whole like recovery system, but they didn't staff it, typical, funding issue.
Yeah.
That
it was a shell company.
They did this without proper funding or staffing. So
yeah,
it failed. Not a real.
It was poorly executed.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's so funny though because I feel like in the last election, like Obama was like not really keen to kind of get in.
Yeah,
like in the mix.
Yeah,
and now he's just like Kamala. This is world changing, and at first he was even before Kamala joined, he was like, you know what, I might just sit this one out, and then he's like, nah, dude. He's like, we're losing.
Well, do you think?
I don't know, man. In 2020. I mean, when everyone started dropping out and coalescing around Biden to get rid of Bernie, everyone was just like, Obama picked up the phone on that one.
Do you think they were like, hey, Obama, fix this? They came to Obama and was like,
oh, 100%.
I mean, he kind of is the DNC.
They were like, Barack, you gotta get involved.
Yeah.
And he's like, relax, Big Mike. I'm working it,
Just say Big Mike.
Is that a name drop?
Oh my god. It's a conspiracy.
I love those conspiracies.
I know, dude.
It's so wild. I'm like, that's just obviously a doctored photo. What are you talking about?
Transvestigators are merciless.
Michelle Obama, they're saying she's actually a dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
her name is, they call her Big Mike.
That's messed up.
Because apparently she has a big dick.
That is disrespectful. Oh, that's terrible.
They love transvestigating. It's insane, dude.
Dude, the wildest one is Candace Owens she had it out for the French president's wife. What's her face? That old lady.
That also is a man. Macron.
Dude. Macron's wife, yeah.
Yeah, Macron's wife.
And they were like, she was like staking her entire reputation on the fact that this chick is a dude.
Yep.
Like obsessed with it. It was a wild rabbit hole to like.
Is she a dude?
Really?
No, dude.
Oh,
they love.
She was like his college professor.
That's so messed up. Why are they doing that?
They love. Okay, so the thing is, when they have enemies, which is your typical left-wing politician or a celebrity lately, they love thinking they're either gay or secretly trans. It's just a thing. You'll find it everywhere in those groups.
Yeah, the idea is like, that's why they're pushing the movement on you because they're now in this position of power.
Yeah. So like
it's wild.
They do it to Trudeau too. Like he's secretly a trans man, but he's also the son of Fidel Castro.
Nah, he's just a little like cuck, if you ask me.
He does look like young Castro though. It's wild.
He does, but like he also looks like his dad, who was also the prime minister of Canada. So, like, why go up for these crazy like attacks when you could just be like, yo, what about like nepotism? Like how the only reason this guy got elected is because his dad.
Because they like nepotism.
Wasn't he like the youngest Canadian prime minister because of his dad?
Yeah. They generally like nepotism on the right wing though. Like they're fine with that.
I feel like attacking somebody's character like that is just so like I'm not unethical, but
no, it just makes you look unserious because you can't attack someone for their policies, so you attack them from something superficial.
It's not like a low bar, but
it's lazy.
Like, you're dumb. No, it's just like you can't understand. You're so not intelligent in what you're saying or doing, so you're attacking character. Okay, wow. We're trying to sit at the adult table, and you're trying to.
We're at the adult table here, man. And someone comes in and goes, "You guys like Big Mike?"
That's so messed up.
I can't believe you never heard that, dude. That's a very popular one.
But like that's what Trump was big on, was like attacking people character.
He is big on it.
That's why I think they all were like, "Oh shit, this is like fair game now."
Yeah. Remember the whole like Obama birther thing he did? They tried to do it to Kamala as well.
That's because in the business world, that's how they all talk. Making deals like that, stuff like that. That's how they all talk to one another, and then they get the deal done, and then they shake hands, and then they go on their way. Where politics, it's like unheard of. You know what I mean? So when he brought that over,
Trump changed the game, dude. He made it didn't matter, man. Everybody's on the table.
You could step on that debate stage and be like, "Moderator, my opponent is very ugly." So just drop the mic.
What happened with Trump the other day? Like, what was up with that?
So basically, as far as I understand it, there was a crazed fucking dude. He had an AK-47, and I guess he had it stashed in the bushes, and he went to go get it, and then the Secret Service like fired a few volleys at him, like 4 shots, and then they arrested him. But no, I think he drove away, and then they caught up to him.
But it's not like he took a shot or anything.
Right? Apparently, he didn't get a chance to take a shot. Secret Service did their job for once.
Why?
But I just read something that he was out there for 12 hours beforehand.
Wow.
I bet. Did you not see his tweets?
Oh,
dude,
the guy's kind of unhinged.
Dude was unhinged, dude. My favorite is just him. He was very like fanatically pro-Ukraine, dude. Like insanely pro-Ukraine. It was
dude, he was like a mercenary in Ukraine.
Yeah. He was trying to like gather like Afghan veterans.
What was his reason?
I think he had previous tweets. He just did not like Trump. He felt like Trump betrayed him. He was originally a 2016 Trump supporter, and then he said Trump betrayed him because I guess like I can only speculate, maybe because he thought he would defeat the deep state,
bro.
Dude,
I'm just done. Why
it's weird, dude. His background is strange.
I know it's strange, but I'm just saying it's like we haven't had assassination attempt in 40 years. I'm not saying this because this isn't really like an attempt, right?
Well, someone tried to throw a grenade at George Bush.
It was a shoe.
No. Yeah, the shoe did happen, but someone also tried to do a grenade in like 2005.
But would you categorize this as like an attempt?
It was yeah. I mean, if he planned to shoot him, it's an attempt
all the time.
Yeah.
We just don't hear about it.
No, because they all get botched, or they figure it out ahead of time.
What I'm saying is like, man, Somebody wants this guy dead, though.
Oh, no. To me, it's like, man, this is like a golden ticket. They needed this real bad.
That's what I'm saying. I think this, if anything, to me, this one felt like the Trump campaign was like, yo, go hide in the bushes for a little bit.
Nah,
we need another one of these.
No way.
It's very convenient. Like the whole Haitian story blowing up, the debate, and next thing you know, like
dude,
you got someone who didn't even fire bullets at him.
They're just like, look at this, another attempt. Are you kidding me?
They needed this real
doing
bad.
What you're saying right now, they're like, they want him dead because he's gonna drain the swamp.
Nah, dude. This is what I think, right? If first of all, the same people that were telling us that Joe Biden was healthy to be president are the same people that how do I want to word this? The same people that said Joe Biden was healthy enough before they put him out there to be president when there was rumors saying, oh no, he's deteriorating.
Yeah.
Right? These are the same people that are going against him in court by using the weaponization of the judicial system. They're trying to put him in court. They couldn't put him in jail. Then they tried to do assassination attempt. Like, I just see so many blaring red flags on why they
are you saying it's the DNC that's trying to kill him? Like literally a political party?
Or do you think the federal government is? Because you just said the weaponization of DOJ.
Well, I mean, it could be both. I mean, we don't know who really controls the DNC. We don't really know who's behind Kamala Harris.
You know we just talked about it like 5 minutes ago. It was Obama.
We don't know if it's. I mean, Obama might be like.
Obama.
Obama might be high up there, but I'm just saying they probably told Obama, "Hey, we need to win this." And I mean, like, they're doing everything possible for this guy to not win or to drop out of the race. And I mean, like, there's no limits on what they will do. Like, these are the same scare tactics that they use for people that, you know, like, have.
So here's my only like pushback on that is the fact that if you don't take him out, like he didn't get killed, it just strengthens him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a man a martyr.
I know that, but hold on.
And then if it happens again and they do get him, it doesn't matter. Like, the Republicans are walking into the office.
But
like, it doesn't. That's why it doesn't make sense to me. To me, this just seems like most crazy
people.
Dude.
But most people would be scared, right? Most people would be like, these people are coming after me. That's why a lot of people, whistleblowers, they always go public because they're like, these people are coming after me. I want to be public so people know who I am just in case they kill me.
Well, I mean, not all of them. But yeah, there's some people out there.
It didn't work for the guy at Boeing.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Like, that to me, that's probably a legit conspiracy.
What I'm saying is we joke about that, but that stuff happens. And everybody knows, like, whether or not, right? I mean, like,
I just don't know the benefit in getting rid of Trump, you know? I mean, like, last time he was in office, he ruled like a typical Reagan Republican. It's not like he's the in fact, people higher up stand to benefit with him in office, especially with tax cuts.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't understand why there's so much, like, usually if people are trying to kill you or people are trying to get you out of that situation, it's because you're doing something right? You're doing something that's gonna disrupt the status quo.
You're also a famous person who's powerful. No. I mean, a guy who, what did John Hinckley stand to gain?
To me, it's just like, it's like blaring red flags.
To me, it's the red flag is the polarization of politics is so extreme now that people are willing to do whatever. Like, they've never been this polarized. If anything, it's like a good reason to kill the internet, to be honest.
I mean, social media, you can make an argument that social media has ruined society solely because of this.
I don't know.
Because you don't send, if you really want to kill him the first time, one, if you do the risk calculus, you gotta get him the first time. If you don't, it just strengthens him. So why would you send your D team, like, little dumb country boy who can't shoot,
a guy can get killed?
Like, a guy who's like adding Dave Matthews Band on Twitter to sing songs for Ukraine.
But they're using these same tactics over and over again.
And then this guy's just a crazy dude who voted
just like
for
the
Trump.
last guy, just like the last guy, some crazy strange guy that woke up that just wanted.
No, this guy's like, dude, his tweets are wild,
dude.
Wild.
Just like the last guy.
No.
The last dude was just like a kid who had a famously bad shot, dude. Like,
this guy's in his 50s.
Yeah, this isn't very old.
He's been to Ukraine. He literally thinks he's a warrior.
Mm.
He voted for Trump in 2016.
There's something deeper going on.
Got disillusioned. And then he was a really big Tulsi Gabbard supporter.
Huge Tulsi Gabbard supporter. And then he switched over to Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy, who's
big Vivek guy.
Yeah. It seemed to me from his tweets that he was just fanatically pro-Ukraine, fanatically against Russia. I mean, he wasn't your typical Republican, but he wasn't like a typical Democrat either. It's very weird. It's a very weird background.
I just don't.
You just want there to be a conspiracy.
Bro, I mean, like, dude, I don't understand what you guys can't see. I mean,
Occam's razor, baby. Simplest explanation is always the right one.
2 assassination attempts.
But you have to realize, man,
one wasn't an attempt, though. He was just there.
You know who also had 2 assassination attempts? Gerald Ford. Well, he wasn't destroying no deep state.
Well, what was that? Like 50? You never know. You don't know.
Gerald Ford
was pretty cut and dry.
The thing is, dude, celebrities and powerful people attract assassins. It's the name of the game. That's why they have bodyguards.
When was Gerald Ford in office?
This was after Nixon, 50s? So in the 70s.
In the 70s, yeah, it could have been the deep state for sure. Anything to do with the military-industrial complex and corporations.
Every president has had assassination attempts, just some more visible and more executed in public than the others. But everyone has had assassination attempts.
Any attempts on Obama, the first black president?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure there were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were just nothing public. I mean, if anything, Secret Service had to be on their A game for Obama. Can you imagine the PR nightmare? Oh my God.
First black president assassinated. Jesus. I mean, Lincoln, he got assassinated. There was multiple attempts on his life because of the whole Civil War thing. Teddy Roosevelt shot.
Do you think there would be another one on Trump? Didn't we talk about this before?
Maybe.
Not a real one. I don't think anybody's going to get another shot off at him. I mean, there might be people trying to do stuff, but like, I feel like these are the kind of things that draw copycat. This is what's like crazy people live for. It's like, oh my God, that guy failed. I could do that. Like, you get one, just like Columbine, dude.
Mm.
There's a lot of copycats.
Bro, there's so many red flags. So many red flags. They are doing... Because, dude, they're doing everything to stop this guy.
Who was they?
Who was they, and what did they want to stop him from doing?
They is the let's just say the DNC. They're doing everything. They lied about Joe Biden being healthy.
That's a campaign.
Yeah. Campaign. Okay, the same people that lied about Joe Biden being healthy. Then the DNC picked Kamala Harris. The people didn't get to vote.
I mean, they voted for a Biden-Harris ticket.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
In the primary too, it was a Biden-Harris ticket.
Well, how come they didn't have a primary?
No, I think it's just Biden. I think you just select the president. You don't select the vice president.
Yeah, you don't select the vice president. No, but like, so they didn't pick Kamala Harris. She was picked for you, right? And then you try and put this guy in jail so he can't run. That failed. Over, what was it, prostitution or something? He hired a porn star or something.
No, it was hush money.
Yeah, it was hush money. How are you going to say it's lawfare if you don't even know the charge?
Because they tried to put him away, dude. Did they?
So you don't even know the charge and you're calling it fake?
Bro, you don't even know all the charges.
I'm not saying it's fake or real. You're saying it's fake and don't even know the charge.
I didn't say it was fake. I said they were trying to put him away.
If he committed a crime, should we not prosecute him for it? Or is presidents above the law?
Dude, people commit crimes all the time. That CIA podcast that Chris sent us with the agent and the
I know what you're talking about.
Bustamante and Caracal or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm. If you listen to them and they talk about and how they talk about laws, dude, laws are just so like bendable. Everything is all about wording and stuff like that. Dude, I'm telling
legalese.
Yeah. They are trying, and then he has the assassination attempt. Like, and they try to cancel him on social media. Dude, I mean, like, come on.
He was already canceled on social media, though.
What I'm saying is,
I mean, he was canceled for a pretty decent reason.
They're doing
no, it was a dumb reason.
No, you thought Jan 6 was dumb?
I mean, I just think like you shouldn't cancel
for freedom of speech,
a political figure. Like I freedom of speech to me is the wrong argument.
Okay, it might be
because it's not the government censoring you at the end of the day.
No, but they're in cahoots with the government, right?
That's a different question, but it's still not the government. The government can say whatever they want, you know what I mean? But it's usually just dumb people within the government. But when you have a huge platform cancel somebody, like to me, it's like it's not really freedom of speech. It's just like
what do you call that if the government, tells a corporation they have to do this or do that? Like,
yeah, I really don't know. I mean, that's the thing is it's such a gray area. Now, like, if they're singling somebody out, like, hey, I need you to kick them off, like, you could consider that infringement. But like, I don't know, man.
I would say that's more of infringement if you're kicking someone off at the behest of a government, especially the U.S. government, because obviously we have the money. I would say that's a violation, in my opinion.
That's what Kennedy said. What was happening?
The government was kicking people off social media at their behest.
Yeah,
I don't think I caught that.
They used the thing.
RFK said that.
Yeah.
How would he know?
Because he said it happened to him. He was saying that it's the it's like the cyber. I forget what it's called.
Cyber police.
Like, no, it's like CSIA. It's some.
Yeah, talking about CISA. Right?
Yeah,
like cybersecurity and
they're the one that's censoring. They're censoring the internet. You know what I mean? And they do something with the algorithms and stuff like that. That's how they censor people.
But here's the thing. But that doesn't line up with what everybody else was saying. Everybody else was saying it was the FBI that was going in and having conversations.
I mean, they probably were too. They're probably in cahoots.
Like the organization he's talking about, they don't have the capability to do something like that.
But that's what he was saying, that they do have the capability.
What he's saying doesn't make sense because he just obviously doesn't understand how like stuff works.
How he's in that position? What do you mean he doesn't know?
No, he's not. He's a 70-year-old man. I don't expect him to understand how the internet works.
I would say he has people around him.
I would say no, he doesn't.
You can't get that, dude. He has a successful YouTube channel. He knows what he's doing.
RFK Jr.
Yeah,
he's a Kennedy, bro.
So he would have people around.
No, nothing. He's gonna get there. It doesn't matter,
dude. To get there, you got to have people around you that know what they're doing.
I don't see like our cybersecurity whatever institution going. They can't they can't just alter stuff.
They do, and they do. How?
They can't. Now the argument would be that the FBI is going in and legally doing it. That's a different question. That's a different problem. At least make the right argument.
Okay, well, they're being accused of going in there and doing things illegal.
That's just because somebody's like, you see this little organization I don't understand? They gotta be doing something wild.
You don't think there's censorship on the internet?
I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying that's the wrong institution to blame.
Well, they name dropped it, and that's what he said. That's the people that are doing it.
Okay.
So what would be right? What would be the institution to blame then?
That's the FBI. That's what I just said. That.
Well, they're probably all in cahoots. They're probably just umbrella.
The FBI. The FBI does have like
the government too much credit, bro.
Well, I mean, like I'm saying is right. They're like they could network, right? Are you like they had those agencies at their disposal?
I mean, the FBI does call like these big tech companies about posts. They do that?
And then they're like, all right, let's censor this, censor that, or suppress this. Use a different algorithm.
They can ask, but it's at the end of the day, it's the corporation's decision.
But that was the thing too, right? It's like they can ask, but which big tech giants are going to say no, right? If the government
they do
shows
say
up
no
to your doors, not all of them,
but they do.
But they're saying like Google doesn't say no, like all these major like search engine type. There was a guy on he was kind of crazy on Rogan the other day. I only clicked on him because his last name was Epstein, and I thought it was his brother.
Oh, Robert Epstein.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to him. I've seen some clips.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I thought it was his brother, so I thought he was gonna talk about his brother, and then I got bamboozled.
You're like, man,
into listening to all these tech
things. I feel like you edited it. You're like, damn, that's not what I thought was gonna happen.
And that's what he was saying. What was happening with all these tech giants, like like the secure VPN and what was the one? DuckDuckGo or something.
Yeah, like DuckDuckGo is the popular one.
If you go on Google or if you go on Bing or whatever, and you search something, you would get the same results. But if you go to a different search engine, something else will pop up. Stuff like that. Stuff that wasn't suppressed. Stuff like that. And it's like all compliant to that agency that we're talking about because they're knocking on these big tech doors.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's my issue with that is like you're also weighing censorship with like just literal corporate greed. Like Google, their algorithm just feeds what gets the most clicks. It's all ads. It's all ad driven. There might be a little bit of suppression because of like whatever, but I think it's really suppressed to make money.
That's the reason they're the biggest. They're beholden far more to their advertisers than the government.
I would say it's money and power, right?
Well, it's mostly about money.
I think it's mostly money, dude.
Money
I really,
again, they're far more beholden to their advertisers than anything else. Advertisers is number one by far.
Oh, I know, because advertisement is the money.
Yeah, but that's where their bottom line is coming from.
But I'm saying I would say maybe it's like 70% money, and then the 30% would be like power and information.
Okay, so you're also talking about the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA.
CISA.
Yeah.
That was the name drop.
Yeah, but cybersecurity has nothing to do with what you're talking about.
It's on the internet. Cyber.
That's not what cybersecurity is, though.
But I guarantee you they have something to do with that.
Cybersecurity is just protecting yourself on the internet. Like that's protection from hackers, like cyber warfare. That's what it is. That's what cybersecurity primarily is.
The same technology that cybersecurity. I mean, like this is what cybersecurity does, right? I mean, it's not just security.
No, that's not what they do.
Defense. They can do offense and defense. They just don't defend from cybersecurity.
If they could do offense, why ask the company to remove something? Just remove it yourself.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good thought. But I'm just saying, I mean, I think because if they were to penetrate, like let's say Facebook, right? Obviously, Facebook has one of the top cybersecurities in the world too. So they would probably have a court or lawsuit in their hands. That's why they ask.
I don't think CISA has any. They're not like a federal, like legal agency, dude. They fall under like Homeland Security. I don't think they have any of that power, like legally.
Well, you know what? I would say that they probably do, because cybersecurity is like the next level of security, right? I mean, like that's our.
But I think you're misinterpreting the word cybersecurity.
As in what?
to mean that they have some kind of legal like framework where they have law enforcement capabilities.
Yeah, like when I tag the
Cybersecurity just means like hardening infrastructure. They literally go around and they teach companies how to protect their networks from like intruders.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
I would assume that they do other stuff besides that.
You just use the smartest word in the English language, baby. I assume.
I mean, they're not like the government sanctioned censor brigade, you know?
Let's just think about this for a second. I mean, like, you're telling me that these people, the cybersecurity people,
they're not that big, man.
You don't I mean, like, all you need is a computer, right? It's a hacker. You could do
That's not what they do. You're talking about other agencies.
Alright, then what do they do exactly?
I just told you they help harden networks to protect from external actors and adversaries.
Do you think we do cyber attacks like to other nations?
Yeah.
Who do you think does that?
Not CISA. I can promise you.
Do you think it would be a branch off of CISA or under CISA?
It's probably a branch off the military.
Yes, we have a whole command called Cyber Command. What are you talking about, dude?
I guarantee you Cyber Command and CISA have some type of relationship. I refuse to
I would say
that
Cyber Command is more offense, and then CISA is probably more defense.
They would have to have a communication, wouldn't you say?
Again, I think you're giving the government way too much credit.
These are the same, like, offices or the same I don't know. I don't know.
When people like talk about this, I always find it a little funny because then people are just like, have you ever walked into the DMV? The government can't do anything right. Next thing you know, they're also like this cabal of secret people that are trying to get rid of everyone and censor everything with the utmost secrecy, and they're so good at it.
I would sit there and say, like, we're not talking about the same thing.
I'm just saying, like,
I'm just saying if you're saying
I like when people talk about the
I'm saying Cyber Command and CISA, and you're trying to say they have no communication. One's on defense and one's on offense.
Well, I would say the offense and defense one is accurate. I'm sure there's like they give like warnings, like, oh, we're about to get like a retaliation, be ready, or something like that.
They have no stovepipe into what one another's doing. And you wanna say, oh, you're assuming that they do? Come on now.
I mean, you're actually missing the biggest actor when it comes to cybersecurity for the nation.
And what is that?
NSA.
Do you think they're both under the umbrella of the NSA?
They're not, because NSA is DoD and CISA is DHS.
All right, what's the difference between the DHS?
Department of Defense and then the Department of Homeland Security?
So do you think they don't talk to one another?
I'm sure they have communication, but I just don't think they're as like synced up as you think they are or would want them to be.
Well, I mean, they
have different mandates.
Well, I don't think they can be
government agencies don't typically get along very well.
Yeah.
Because they're usually seeing you like, hey, you're in my area. Get out of here. This is what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the collaboration there is just like, unless it's directed, it's not like a concerted effort.
You know what? I mean, that can be true because there is like I think there's this guy I was listening to him and he was talking about like overclassification on classified projects and how like multiple like agencies will be running the same project, but they don't talk to one another or anything. Everything is a need to know and overclassified, so they don't even know that they could be working on the same or like building the same thing.
Dude, I could tell you from experience, communication and seeing who else is playing in your lane happens very rarely.
Right.
It should happen all the time. But here's the thing: is most people are so intent on doing the job and doing something, they just don't even bother because they don't want it to get shut down.
Well, true. And with the budget and stuff like that, that's what he's saying. He was saying about like how like the budgets work and stuff like that. I'm gonna do more information on the CISA thing.
Look at CISA.
Because it is there's gotta be something there about suppressing information, about just censoring.
I'll read you their divisions. You have the cybersecurity division. And then under that, they have the National Cybersecurity and Communications Integration Center, Capacity Building, Joint Cyber Defense Collaborative, Mission Engineering, Office of Technical Director. That's just like technology, Threat Hunting, Vulnerability Management, Infrastructure Security Division. So this can be anything from like literal physical protection of buildings and infrastructure to other stuff. So you have bombing prevention, chemical security, exercises, infrastructure assessment and analysis, school safety, strategy, performance, and resources. They're not doing a great job, school safety. Emergency Communication Division, National Risk Management Center, Integrated Operations Division, and Stakeholder Engagement Division. Oh my God, this place sounds like the most boring place to work.
But honestly, I don't even know what 90% of those things are. But do they have? Do you think they have classified programs?
I'm sure they do, but outside of I would say whatever's classified in there is because the infrastructure they're protecting is classified.
Yeah.
Due to whatever nature. I don't think they're like actively. I don't think they're engaging so much with like what you're thinking. I think what you're thinking is probably falling under the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be. The FBI has its own cyber division. They have legal authority. They can subpoena people. They can do stuff like that.
Okay.
Or if you want to put it under the DHS, like CISA, maybe what are those guys? The Marshal Service. Oh. They're the only guys I could think of. Or the Coast Guard.
The U.S. Marshals?
Yeah, they fall under DHS.
Well, I'm gonna do more research because I mean that's what he was talking about. How like CISA was censoring people on the internet.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I don't know, man. It's just.
But I heard it from other people before, but he was like the real big, the big name, especially in a presidential campaign.
All right. I don't know. I've never heard anybody drop CISA.
I mean, like, dude, look at me. Does it look like I'm a CISA guy? Like, who would ever?
Who are you elite? Who are you allied with? How do we know that you're not an actor? I'm agent of the deep state.
I'm what an Elon Musk is.
A dude's a self-serving rich guy?
No, I'm an alien.
You're an alien, huh?
Yo, let me tell you what. I kind of got the feeling that Elon has been sucked into his own Twitter algorithm lately. Like, he's gotten captured by his own algorithm, dude. It's crazy.
Not only captured by an algorithm, but captured by his audience, dude. He knows what his audience wants to hear.
What has he been up to? I heard wasn't he fighting somebody in Venezuela or something?
Yeah, he tried to have a fight match. No, yeah, he tried to fight Lula, but he also challenged Maduro to a fight. Very interesting. Would have loved to see that one happen. But yeah, I mean, he's just right-wing posting a lot. Sprinkled in with the occasion, hey, Falcon 1 Heavy's looking great. Every now he'll cut something to like what SpaceX is doing, but everything else it's just like, oh, Kamala Harris is a communist, stuff like that.
He's supposed to be like the most busiest man in the world, and he's over.
Oh, he's busy tweeting.
Yeah, so weird.
I don't know. I think he's addicted to popularity. He wants to be liked. He desperately wants to be liked. And that's what gives off to that's what is my biggest impression, is that he definitely wants everyone to like him. He wants, or at least a core audience of sycophants, and he has no shortage of that. He never really did. And he just wants to be popular. He wants to be talked about. He wants everyone to love him. He's the nerd kid who finally got popular.
He's the nerd king, baby.
You know what? I read something about Elon Musk. You know, like when he was coming up, I think he was in a think group with 27 people. Like, you know how he made PayPal?
Like an incubator?
Sort of. Peter Thiel made PayPal.
It wasn't just them two, but it was like 25 other guys. And once PayPal disbanded, they all were like become massively rich. Like they were in a think tank. I read.
I mean, I don't know about a think tank, but they were generally friends. You know, they helped fundraise for each other for their next ventures after PayPal kind of.
I think his first thing was like a compression thing, wasn't it? Like Zip something.
Or, Zip 2.
Zip 2.
That was his first
software.
And then he tried to make X, and then it got absorbed by Peter Thiel's PayPal.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he's smart?
I think he's really good at getting money. He's really good at creating an image and selling it to people. He's really, really good. Is he smart? I think he generally knows what he's doing, but he has a whole team of engineers behind him, you know? I don't think he's the one making the primary technology. He only has one patent.
I think he's no Terrence Howard, you know?
That's true.
Hey.
Do patents make the man? Depends on who you ask.
Come on now, Terrence Howard.
Old Terry.
I think he wants the perception that he's a genius more than. I mean, he is very smart. Don't get me wrong, but he does want.
I think he's a super smart guy. Like, but he's also like, I mean, it's crazy. Like companies he's built.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you think he's like?
I mean, built.
He's like the
sort
evil villain in Batman or something, like
Tony Stark. I mean, he certainly fastens himself to be, and people certainly want him to be. I would say
Starlink, SpaceX, Tesla.
I mean, he bought into Tesla.
Yeah, but he made Tesla what it is.
I know,
today.
but that
Tesla was going away.
That goes back to my he's really good at presenting an image and getting money.
Well, I mean,
he's since before he was really famous, he's always wanted to be in front of a television.
Who hasn't though?
I mean, Trump and Elon are like superstars when it comes to like wanting to be in front of a television.
But I mean, like, who hasn't? I feel like everybody wants to be famous or something.
Yeah, I mean, the difference is he actually did it though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
well, they both. I mean,
he also like created these. I mean, yeah, but Elon's is way more successful than Trump, like objectively.
Well, yeah, objectively, but I mean, like with TV celebrity wise, I'd say Trump is far more.
Yeah, but TV's not a thing anymore.
I mean, which one was on WWE, man? Who's in the Hall of Fame?
And I mean, hey, Linda McMahon was the head of the Small Business Administration under Trump.
It's true. Yeah,
really?
She was, wasn't she?
Yeah. She was in his cabinet.
Yeah, it was crazy to think about.
Yeah, they're diehard Republicans, bro.
What do you think of Elon, Scott?
You know, I get the thing is everybody calls him a genius, so I just assume that he knows what he's talking about. The way that you guys, or at least Jordan, the way you make him out, he seems to be more of a visionary than a genius.
I would definitely call him a visionary. Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Elon Musk is I think he's a weird figure because
he definitely has a lot of dreams. He has a lot of visions. Not all of them coming to fruition.
But to be that successful, you have to be delusional. That's the only way to be successful. Kanye, I mean, you learned that from Kanye.
I mean,
West.
I'm gonna say this: like the fact that SpaceX is a real thing and doing what they're doing is just in itself kind of crazy.
Just the fact that they're calling that Elon Musk to go get these astronauts from space.
No, someone has to. Boeing can't.
I know. What a
But
someone needs to do it. The government gives them so much money.
What's the what were they saying? Like for every SpaceX launch, it costs like $50 or $60 million, right? For every NASA launch, it was $2 billion.
Yeah, I bet.
Like that's how crazy. Like he's literally like scaled space travel.
Yeah,
like that's insane, dude.
Do you know anything about space travel, Jordan? You don't have to be a rocket scientist.
I'm not a rocket scientist,
Rockets
but I know.
Go up.
I know. I never said I had that much knowledge in space travel.
But you know what though? That I heard like that used to be like the top tier, like that's your intelligence, right? Like when people talk about intelligence, they always be like, he's a rocket scientist. You know what I mean? Like that was like that next level of genius.
Look, I would say, yeah, and back in like, what was it, 2009, 2010, when they were trying to privatize space travel, like, oh, everyone should get into this instead of just NASA. I was all up for that. There was a time where I thought Elon Musk was the greatest person ever 12 years ago.
What made you think that though?
His image.
I mean, he's the only guy doing stuff.
He's not the only one. But I mean, there's Virgin. Virgin is doing something.
Failed. That shut down.
Did it?
Right?
I don't remember if it shut down.
Years ago.
Bezos is doing something. It seems like a
penis rocket. Yeah. Cool.
It's just like of course I find it necessary. I still find the privatization of space travel still necessary, but it still kind of seems like a rich guy's vanity project.
But who's more powerful?
I mean,
our government or Elon Musk?
The government. The government pays for SpaceX essentially.
Well, the contract, right?
Yeah, they give him a shit ton of money to do what he's doing.
I think I think the space travel as a rich guy's whatever you said vanity project. That's the other ones. I don't think I think SpaceX is kind of beyond that. They're literally delivering things to the space station.
Yeah.
They're letting billionaires have vanity projects, like with the first ever all civilian spacewalk that they just did.
I would never do
Polaris Dawn, right? I mean, they're like literally they're putting up satellites, they're putting up everything, dude.
No, I mean, I would say SpaceX is more legit. It's just
Blue Origin is a vanity project. That's all they do.
Look, when Shatner gave his impression after breaking the stratosphere, my heart heart melted, bro.
He was barely in space.
My heart melted.
He was
barely see that it was flat.
No, he was just like, it was an incredible experience to have been Captain Kirk, and now I'm actually being Captain Kirk.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, so I mean, think about it. So you got SpaceX, you got Tesla, which revitalized the EV industry. What else does he got?
Let's see how. I really wonder
Neuralink.
What the future of Tesla is going to be. Neuralink is a little.
It's in the beginning stages.
It's creepy.
But
it's creepy. Didn't their first didn't it like start failing the first test subject? Like it became attached.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Like, I mean, it's gonna take a minute. Like,
it's gonna take a while, and I'm also kind of iffy about having a chip in my brain, dude. I don't want to like watch advertisements to go to sleep. You know.
What do you think? What do you think about
power down after this advertisement?
Exactly.
What do you think about Neuralink being the key to the lone wolf theory?
I'm not even
sure, dude. Like, I love that, he's the guy trying to do Neuralink, but his whole audience is people going like they want to put chips in your brain to control you.
In the next
but then champion this guy.
In the next 5 years, we're gonna have AI robots in our house.
Send them, dude.
There's companies already trying.
Same here, dude. Same here. I need one just to clean the house.
I don't know about that, dude. So much sci-fi like warning us that, hey, they're going to rise up against us at some point.
You know what I find really funny is like Elon for the longest time was anti-AI, like very much heavy security.
He's a co-founder of OpenAI.
He's all about, yeah. Well, remember, but then he said like, hey, this isn't what I signed up for. And then he was trying to sue, or he threatened to sue him or whatever.
And now he has Grok.
Grok.
It's essentially the same thing.
Apparently, XAI is like a whole thing now. It's like huge.
Well, I mean, with all those GPUs from NVIDIA he's getting more too. He just had like a dinner where he was just like, yo, you got to give me more. So,
you guys ever heard that Ben Franklin quote?
Which one?
I got it off the internet. I don't know if Ben Franklin really said it.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Oh my God, that's exactly.
No, man, that's Joe Frazier. What are you talking about?
But he said those who give up essential liberties to attain safety deserve neither liberty or safety.
I think that's a paraphrase from a Jefferson quote.
Yeah, I thought it was Jefferson.
Was it Jefferson?
I thought so.
All right, I think you're right. Hold on, let me.
It could be Ben Franklin. I thought it was Jefferson.
It sounds like something Jefferson
or
would
Adams.
say. Adams was no, he wouldn't say that.
He kind of would in the early days.
In the early days, maybe, but after he was an ambassador to Britain, he was just like, man, the king is kind of cool.
It was Ben Franklin.
What's the full quote?
It's about liberty and security, right?
That's because he wanted to go to France and like
just bang,
baby.
I love when people are just like, what if the founding fathers could see us now? I'd be like, they'd be watching so much porn constantly.
Yeah. He'd be like, wait, I don't need to leave anymore.
He's like,
hurry up on these AI robots.
He's like, you guys see these dating apps? Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude,
I just matched with someone in France.
Franklin had Tinder. God.
Fucking terrible. Apparently he was really good. He was really good at what he was doing, man.
He was a womanizer, bro.
Huge womanizer. Hardcore. My God, dude.
I didn't care.
Give me liberty or give me security. I want the security. What? I want to feel safe.
Give me liberty or cybersecurity. Yeah, cybersecurity, dude.
Did you guys ever hear about that that British guy? Him and that one guy, they made the AI cybersecurity like 10 years ago or whatever. And they sold it to HP and they were in court.
I think you talked about this last week.
But they were in court for like 8 years. And then the one guy got ran over while he was on his bike. And then the other guy was celebrating that he won in court. And then like
many such cases.
These people are ruthless psychopaths. It's crazy.
And I can't wait till like one day I make it to like corporate assassinations.
I know, you're like, dude, I made it.
Dude, like, we just need to make bad karma like enough money that we can find.
We never even gotten to that. We've been chatting for like an hour and a half, and
I'm just saying,
never even made it.
If bad karma gets big enough, we can take our portions and put in other ventures. More money begets more money.
Yeah, money makes.
And then we'll get there. By the time Chris rolls around and he's 50, he'll be in his private yacht celebrating a victory against the courts, and he might hit a rock. You never know.
No, I want to say in the next like 5 years when we start running when I start running for presidency.
No, that's scary.
Good luck, dude.
Hey, anybody can do it if you do it. So I think with bad karma, I'm going to a place within I think on Wednesday.
Oh, you're going to Custom Ink?
Yeah, I'm going to Custom Ink. To look at the shirts and then
Do they have like a store there?
Yeah, they actually have physical locations.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, Jordan was like, they probably have a store here in Chicago. And then we looked it up and we're like, 2. Oh my God, yeah.
Well, I didn't know they had physical locations until I went on the website. Either. They have one like a 10-minute walk from me.
Ask them one if they can like take out the tag of the t-shirts or print a custom tag.
Print a custom tag.
Yeah. Because you want you don't want any other logos, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We want just bad karma, baby.
Yeah, and then see what products they can get.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the biggest thing is like what shirts that don't have any tags, and then like different types of materials.
So you got your design pretty much thought out. You just want it visualized.
Yeah, okay. And they help you with the design too. There,
because
we tried to make the design on the website, and it was just not.
Yeah, it wasn't big enough. You couldn't get it big enough across the chest. He wants like a giant bad karma across the chest.
Is that good or bad?
I mean, that was kind of my design a little bit.
I sent you the one about the one at the bottom at the hem.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you see it?
yeah. I like that one too.
So
like
so on the I found out. So what you got to do is you got to find the shirts that have the all over print AOP, and then you can put it anywhere on the shirt.
And this is on Printful.
On Printful, and I think other ones too.
What's it called? All over print.
All over printing is what the technique is called. So they can print anywhere on the shirt. So what it will do is it will show you the shirt, and it will show you like the outline of the shirt, and then on the inside it will say like recommended area, but you can technically print anywhere.
Oh, okay.
And then I mean there are some shirts where you can only print within like the box, right?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, you gotta find a shirt that supports all over printing.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And I don't know if Custom Ink has those. I haven't really like dug into their site deep enough yet.
I'll check it out and see if they do.
We went into when we went to the site, it would only let you do the boxes, and then I was like, you know what, we might as well, or I might as well just go and check it out.
Yeah,
it's not that far from my house.
Because once we get those designs, once we've centered on design, we can hit the ground running with them. Because
I'm not gonna lie, I saw some girl wearing a sweatshirt yesterday that said "Good Karma" on the like across the chest.
No,
it said "Good Karma" on the train today. I was like, damn.
God. That's a sign, though.
Yeah. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying we can hit the ground running because that's the only thing that's keeping us from moving on from phase 1 right now.
Yeah, that's true. But like if they do custom stuff, like if they're actually like really good, like in store where they can, part of me thinks they're gonna just like be like go on their own website and be like, this is where you can put the.
No, because you can do walk-ins, but you have to make an appointment, and they help you design it and stuff like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they're gonna just log into their website and be like, you could put it here or here. Like I don't know how much like latitude they're gonna have to do like real true custom printing.
That makes sense.
If the site doesn't,
yeah, I go.
You know what I mean? They probably just honestly, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense though if they have like graphic designers at these stores, and then they just use the website to like help you design the shirt.
Graphic designers.
Yeah, right. So I'm curious what they say.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited.
Either way, we should try to like get a final design by the end of the week.
Yeah, I'm off all week, so I can mess around with stuff.
You can too. Sweet. All right, that's all the time we have left. Thank you so much for watching Back Society. This is Jay signing off.
This is S.
C Money.
Dave.